How can someone lose everything, his family, his sons, his army, his kingdom, his home, and still speak with gratitude, peace, and spiritual joy? This question takes us to one of the most extraordinary moments in history, the life of Guru Gobind Singh Ji after the Great Wars. Fought not only against Emperor Aurangzeb but also against the armies of 22 allied Hindu kings of the region. After being besieged for more than 7 months, Guru Gobind Singh Ji and his followers agreed to leave the fort of Anandpur Sahib. Their safe passage was promised through solemn oaths. Emperor Aurangzeb swore on the Qur'an, while the 22 allied Hindu kings swore on the sacred cow, which they regarded as their mother. Despite these solemn assurances, the oaths were ultimately violated. What followed was a period of unimaginable suffering and loss. In the chaos of a surprise attack at the river Sirsa, his family was separated. His army was scattered. Over the next few days, his 2 elder sons, Sahibzada Ajit Singh Ji and Sahibzada Jujhar Singh Ji, achieved martyrdom fighting against an overwhelming army at the Battle of Chamkar. His 2 younger sons, Sahibzada Zorawar Singh Ji and Sahibzada Fateh Singh Ji, along with his mother, Mata Gujari Ji, were betrayed and captured. The young Sahibzadas, aged just 9 and 7, were executed with extreme cruelty by being bricked alive, and Mata Gujari Ji attained martyrdom upon hearing the news. So here was Guru Gobind Singh Ji, wandering alone in the thorny jungles of Machewara. He had no weapons, no horse, no soldiers, no land. He was being hunted by his enemies, exhausted, hungry, and his feet were torn and bleeding. By any worldly measure, he had lost everything. This was a moment of absolute desolation. And yet, it is in this exact moment that Guru Gobind Singh Ji's spiritual light shines the brightest. Instead of despair, instead of complaint, instead of anger or bitterness, he composed words of profound gratitude and love for the divine. Words that still leave us speechless. In the midst of the cold, dark jungle, with only a stone for a pillow, he penned a famous couplet in Persian. He wrote, Na sazo, na bazo, na fauyo, na farsh, Khudavand bakshind e isharash, which translates to, I have no musical instruments. I have no horse, I have no army, I have no attendants. Yet God, the Master, is merciful and grants the pleasures of the heavens. Let's pause and truly think about this for a moment. This wasn't poetry written from the comfort of a palace. This wasn't a philosophical idea conceived in a peaceful study. This was the lived experience of someone who genuinely had nothing left. No material wealth, no physical protection, no visible support from the world. And still, Guru Gobind Singh Ji says, God grants me the pleasures of the heavens. He was in a state of divine bliss. Not because the world was kind to him, it was incredibly cruel, but because God was ever present in his heart and consciousness. His connection to the divine was his true wealth, his true kingdom. This same unbreakable spirit shines through in another beautiful composition from his time in the Machewara jungle, a shabad known as Mitter Pyar Nu. He addresses God as his beloved friend, saying, Nitter Pyar Nu, Hal Marita da Kana. Go and tell my beloved friend the condition of his disciples. He continues, describing how, without that divine connection, worldly comforts are a source of suffering. He says, without you, even the coziest silken blankets feel like a disease. Luxurious palaces feel like living among venomous snakes. A pitcher of cool water feels like a sharp stake piercing the skin. A drinking cup feels like a dagger. But then, he completely flips the perspective. In the presence of the beloved, the worst hardships become a blessing. He concludes, the hard, thorny straw bed of my beloved is far better than living in mansions that feel like furnaces. What kind of courage is this? This is not just ordinary strength or resilience. This is spiritual sovereignty. It is the state of a soul that is so anchored in divine truth that external circumstances, no matter how terrible, cannot shake its inner peace and joy. Guru Gobind Singh Ji teaches us a timeless and powerful lesson, that our faith is not truly tested when life is easy and everything is going our way. Faith is revealed. It is proven when everything is taken away from us. Yet, gratitude remains. He had no army, but he had the unshakable truth on his side. He had no worldly weapons, But he had the constant remembrance of God, which is the ultimate shield. He had no kingdom on this earth, but he lived in the boundless joy and glory of the divine. And that is why, even after losing everything in the eyes of the world, Guru Gobind Singh Ji stood unconquered. He was not defeated by war. He was not broken by immense personal loss. His faith was not shaken for even a moment. This is the legacy he left for all of humanity. It is a story of how a human being can face the absolute worst of what life can throw at them and emerge not with bitterness, but with a heart full of love and gratitude for the Creator. His words and his life echo through the centuries, not just as a piece of history, but as a living guide for the human soul, showing us the path to true strength, peace, and spiritual freedom. Thank you for watching. If this story has touched you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that explores the depths of human spirit and wisdom.